What if I told you that some everyday habits, even the ones that you think are harmless, might be silently destroying your kidneys? It's not just about the salt or the sugar, some of these hide in plain sight. Now, our kidneys are the body's unsung heroes, working around the clock to filter toxins, balance electrolytes, and regulate blood pressure. Yet, chronic kidney disease, or CKD, is a silent epidemic affecting over 10% of the global population. So, what makes it so alarming? Well, most people don't even know that their kidneys are under attack until it's too late. So in this video, we're going to uncover 6 shocking factors that could be damaging your kidneys, backed by research, and explain what you can do to protect these vital organs. But before we dive in, remember that the information in this video is for educational purposes only. It's not a substitute for medical advice. Always consult with a healthcare provider for guidance tailored to your unique needs. All the facts here presented are reviewed and verified by qualified health experts. Now, let's get started. Excess fructose and sugar. Did you know that indulging in too much sugar might be harming to your kidneys? Yeah, it's true. While sugary treats and drinks might be a quick source of energy or comfort, the long-term effects on your kidneys can be serious. Excessive sugar, particularly fructose sugar, isn't just empty calories, it's a contributor to inflammation and damage within your body. Now here's how it happens. Fructose activates specific pathways in your kidneys. It stimulates GLUT5 receptors, which are found on certain immune cells called macrophages. Now these cells, when triggered by fructose, release inflammatory molecules that can harm kidney tissue over time. It's not just a theory. Studies have shown that high sugar intake is linked to increased levels of kidney inflammation and fibrosis, which is the scarring of kidney tissue. But that's not all. Fructose also disrupts how your kidneys handle sodium. It increases the activity of sodium-hydrogen channels, which leads to more sodium being retained in your body. This sodium retention raises your blood pressure, creating a vicious cycle where high blood pressure further damages your kidneys, and damaged kidneys make it harder to control your blood pressure. Now, there's also evidence that sugary drinks are a major culprit. Research has done a dose-dependent relationship between sugar-sweetened beverages and the risk of developing chronic kidney disease. That means that the more sugary drinks you consume, the higher your risk. So how often do you check the sugar content of your favorite drinks? If the answer is rarely or never, it might be time to start. Reducing your sugar intake, especially from sweetened beverages, is one step you can take to protect your kidneys and overall health. High BMI and metabolic syndrome. When it comes to your health, being overweight or obese, it's not just a cosmetic concern, it has a real measurable impact on how your body functions, including your kidneys. Carrying extra weight places your kidneys under stress, making them work harder to filter your blood. Over time, this extra strain can lead to damage. One key issue is insulin resistance. It disrupts the flow of blood to your kidneys, and decreased blood supply leads to less oxygen reaching the kidneys. Without adequate oxygen, the kidney tissue starts to suffer damage. Another problem linked to high BMI is how it influences the biochemical behavior of fat cells. Now, when your body stores more fat than it can manage, some of those fat cells don't develop properly and act abnormally. Instead, they start to build up inside vital organs, including your kidney and liver. This abnormal fat storage contributes to insulin resistance and releases inflammatory chemicals that further harm the kidneys. Additionally, a high BMI increases levels of a hormone called leptin. Leptin helps regulate appetite, but in excess, it can cause kidney inflammation and scarring. It also contributes to high blood pressure, further straining your kidneys. Research has shown that metabolic syndrome, a cluster of conditions including high blood sugar, excess body fat, and abnormal cholesterol levels, has a direct connection to kidney disease. It's not just about weight, it's about the underlying changes that happen in your body when you're carrying extra pounds. Smoking. Cigarettes don't just harm your lungs, they also affect almost every other part of your body, including your kidneys. Smoking is a known risk factor for CKD, but it's often overlooked in discussions about kidney health. Let's break it down. Now, one of the major reasons smoking is harmful to your kidneys is the presence of cadmium, a toxic heavy metal found in cigarettes. Cadmium gets into your bloodstream and travels to your kidneys, where it can build up and damage kidney tissue. Now, this damage weakens your kidney's ability to filter toxins and maintain a balance of essential nutrients inside your body. Over time, this increases your risk of developing CKD. Studies show that smokers have an 18% higher risk of CKD compared to non-smokers. But the damage doesn't stop there. Smoking also increases the risk of cardiovascular disease, which goes hand in hand with your kidneys. So here's how it works. Smoking causes your blood vessels to narrow, reducing blood flow to your kidneys. Poor blood flow leads to less oxygen and nutrients reaching kidney tissue, which weakens their function. At the same time, smoking raises your blood pressure, which places even more stress on your kidneys. The combination of reduced kidney function, higher blood pressure, and damage from cadmium creates a perfect storm for kidney disease. Even if you quit smoking, the effects can linger. However, the sooner you quit, the lower your long-term risk becomes. Are the long-term effects of smoking worth the risk? Protecting your kidneys is one reason to consider giving up cigarettes. Small steps toward quitting can make a big difference over time. But before we go ahead, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more health-focused content. Your support is so valuable to us. Next up is hypertension. High blood pressure or hypertension is often called a silent killer for a reason. It's a major cause of kidney damage and one of the leading factors in the progression of CKD. If your blood pressure is consistently high, it's not just your heart at risk, your kidneys suffer too. When blood pressure is elevated, it increases the force of blood against the walls of your blood vessels. This pressure damages the delicate vessels in your kidneys that are responsible for filtering blood. Over time, chronic hypertension reduces blood flow to your kidneys. When blood flow decreases, your kidneys try to compensate by retaining more sodium, which only makes things worse. Sodium retention causes more fluid buildup in your bloodstream, leading to even higher blood pressure, a vicious cycle that accelerates kidney damage. Poorly managed hypertension also speeds up the decline of your eGFR, which measures how well your kidneys are filtering blood. Studies have shown that for every 10 millimeters of mercury increase in blood pressure, the risk of developing CKD rises significantly. Even pre-hypertension, which is slightly elevated blood pressure, has been linked to a 25% higher risk of CKD. This means addressing high blood pressure early is key to preventing kidney disease later on. The effects of hypertension on the kidneys go often unnoticed until significant damage has occurred. This is why regular blood pressure monitoring is so important. When was the last time that you had your blood pressure checked? Addressing it early can protect your kidneys and improve your overall health. NSAIDs and PPIs. Are common medications silently harming your kidneys? Well, it might be surprising, but certain over-the-counter drugs like NSAIDs and PPIs can have significant effects on kidney health, especially with long-term or high-dose use. Let's start with NSAIDs, which include medications like ibuprofen, naproxen, and diclofenac. Now, these drugs are widely used to relieve pain and inflammation, but they aren't as harmless as they seem when it comes to your kidneys. NSAIDs work by blocking specific proteins involved in inflammation, but they also reduce the production of prostaglandins, which are essential to maintain adequate blood flow to the kidneys. Over time, reduced blood flow can lead to kidney damage, a condition also known as nephrotoxicity. The risk increases with high doses or prolonged use of NSAIDs. For example, taking ibuprofen at doses of 2,400 milligrams per day or higher has been associated with a greater likelihood of kidney problems. This risk is even more pronounced in older adults or those with pre-existing conditions. Now, chronic use of these medications can lead to reduced blood supply to the kidneys, which can make it harder for your kidneys to function properly over time. Now let's talk about PPIs, or medications that are commonly used to treat acid reflux and heartburn. While PPIs like omeprazole and pantoprazole are effective for reducing stomach acid, their long-term use has raised concerns about kidney health. Observational studies have linked regular PPI use to an increased risk of CKD. The exact mechanism isn't fully understood, but it may involve repeated episodes of sudden medication-induced kidney damage that goes unnoticed and gradually leads to chronic changes in kidney function. There's also evidence suggesting that a dose-dependent relationship with PPIs, meaning the higher the dose or the longer you use them, the greater the risk. However, it's important to note that more research is needed, so the relationship isn't fully confirmed. Still, it's worth discussing with your doctor if you've been on these medications for an extended period. Do you regularly use over-the-counter painkillers or heartburn medications? Well, if so, consider reviewing your usage and speak with a healthcare provider about safer alternatives or proper dosages. Protecting your kidneys might be as simple as making small changes on how you manage pain or reflux. Next up is alcohol. A glass of wine, look, it might not be the worst for your health, but how much is too much when it comes to your kidneys? The relationship between alcohol and kidney health is complex, with both potential benefits and risks depending on how much you drink. Moderate alcohol consumption, defined as 1 to 2 drinks per day or 5 to 15 drinks per week, has been associated with a lower risk of CKD in some studies. This effect may partly be due to improved cardiovascular health and increased social interactions intertwined with alcohol consumption, which are often linked to better health overall and well-being. However, it's important to consider that these findings might also reflect healthier lifestyles among moderate drinkers, rather than alcohol itself being protective. Now, when alcohol consumption exceeds moderate levels, the risks to your kidneys becomes clear. Excessive drinking increases the likelihood of CKD and is closely linked to albuminuria, which is the presence of excess protein in your urine, a sign of kidney damage. Alcohol can also cause dehydration, which puts stress on your kidneys by reducing their ability to filter waste efficiently. Over time, heavy drinking can lead to lasting kidney impairment. It's not just about how much you drink in a week, but also how you drink. Binge drinking, even occasionally, can overwhelm the kidneys, especially in people with underlying health issues. This type of kidney damage may not always fully heal and can contribute to chronic problems later on. So to wrap up, we've covered 6 surprising factors that may be harming your kidneys: excess sugar, high BMI, smoking, hypertension, overuse of certain medications, and alcohol. Understanding these risks is the first step to protecting your kidney health and living a healthier life. Which of these habits surprised you the most? Are there any changes that you've already made to improve your kidney health? Well, let us know in the comments below. Your feedback, it's not just important, it helps others in the community as well. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you never miss our latest health tips. And remember, your kidneys work hard to keep you healthy, so treat them with care.